We are about to defy everything that makes a daily a daily. This might be the largest part haul I've ever done. Inside this box, we have a transmission oil cooler from BMS. Inside this box, we have FortuneAuto coilovers. Here we have a CSF heat exchanger. We have the ethanol lines for my Dorch high pressure fuel pump, an MHD flex fuel kit, and the big guns right here, the Dynamic AutoWorks UltraFlow 6969 turbo. And to go along with it, we have this exhaust manifold and turbo blanket from Funk Motorsports. Although this turbo is a bottom mount, it looks like it might be a hybrid. It's basically a full frame turbo, but just mounted at the bottom. So it's still a complete bolt-on, way less work than doing a top mount kit, and it still makes all the jam because this turbo is rated for up to 1150 wheel horsepower. It's kind of funny looking at this car, how it sits, and I have so many performance mods to go on. The coilovers are gonna actually be the first like aesthetic mod that I do to this car. I've literally changed nothing on the exterior at all, except for removing the badges, but that obviously doesn't count, and exhaust tips also wouldn't count that. The way that I'm looking at it right now, my M2 is my car for looks. I know it's also pretty fast, but I don't really care too much about how this car looks at the moment. I don't know why. I'd rather just make it faster, which is again so crazy to say because I did pick this up because I wanted a comfortable car, but I still have full faith that even after doing all this stuff and after it makes more power, it's still gonna be practical because it's automatic, it's all-wheel drive, and I'm gonna lower it, but I'm not gonna make it as low as my M2 because I do want to drive this car, quite frankly, whenever I want. Now, I'm not gonna be putting this stuff in here. I'm gonna be heading over to a different shop where I can get some help. So I'm gonna head over there now. I'll bring you guys with, but I don't think we're gonna be installing the turbo yet. I'm still waiting for the base file from my tuner. We're gonna see how much of this we can knock out over the next day or two. So the real reason why we're doing all these mods is actually because my water pump is leaking and failing on this car. So we have a new fresh OEM one to go in and keep this car as reliable daily. So my rationale behind it is we're already taking apart some pieces. We're doing some maintenance. We might as well do some more preventative maintenance. And just the car's already apart. Why not upgrade it and make it better, more reliable, run more efficiently? Come on guys, use your brain, all right? FortuneAuto was also nice enough to send me an extra set of rear springs, one that's already in, and this is the matching one, which is a 14 kilogram spring rate, and these two are the 12 kilogram spring rate. Because way back when I ordered these, they told me that the 14 is gonna be better for launching the car and drag racing stuff, and the 12 is if it's too stiff for me down the road, maybe on the street, I want a more comfortable setup, I can switch to that. Okay, it's the next day, I'm back to pick up the car, everything's been done. I told the guy that was working on my car, I don't want this thing slammed. I don't want it to be too low because I already deal with that with the M2. Yes, good stance, having a car super low looks great, it's all fun, but I don't care what you say, you can't argue with me that constantly worrying about hitting your front lip or scraping stuff and pulling into driveways going super slow, or just not even being able to go to certain places or certain routes because your car is too low, it's annoying, it gets annoying. So I didn't want that to be the case for this car. I just don't think he really took me seriously because, I don't know, man, it's pretty freaking low. I don't know, like it doesn't have the same style front lip where it angles down, but like putting my foot underneath this, you know, with that test, it's not as low as the M2, but like, dude, look at the wheels are fully tucked in. Look at my rear fitment. Like the tire's in there. This thing is low. Again, I know this looks amazing. I'm not questioning that. I love it. Next weekend, I want to take the car up north to a cottage. The driveway's kind of steep. Now, I don't know if this is gonna make it, and I can't take the M2. So I think we're gonna have to raise it a tiny bit. You can see the transmission cooler is mounted there from BMS. Kind of hard to see, but the CSF heat exchanger with the rock guard, as you can see, so fully protected now from getting smacked from stone chips. Apparently, the stock heat exchangers on these cars are prone to getting destroyed from rocks because there's nothing protecting them, which makes me feel even better about putting that on the daily. Now, we didn't install the flex fuel kit. I might just wait until the turbo goes on because I know we're gonna do that pretty soon and then just do it all at once. I'm still waiting for the base file from my tuner though. But let's go take this thing for a drive because I wanna see how the FortuneAuto coilovers ride. I did forget that I'm gonna have the stupid chassis code because of my EDC, which I didn't get the adapter or the delete for, and these coilovers don't operate with EDC. So I gotta get someone to code this out for me, but I think I can still, okay, I think I can still go into Sport Plus. In my M2, When I put my coilovers on, I could not go into sport or M2, anything. It kept kicking me out of any sport mode, which sucked. This is okay for now. I lied. As soon as I started shifting, it kicked me out. Okay, quick first drive impression. It doesn't rub. I didn't scrape. Definitely stiffer than stock. You feel the bumps more. I'm only at the halfway point for my dampening adjustment, so I got lots of room to play with. Dude, the more that I look at this front end, like I love it, but this license plate is, I hate it. I hate this front plate. It's also blocking airflow to my new heat exchanger. That could be hurting the way this car is driving. Let's remove it. I don't know if it's like this where you guys live, but no front plate here. You're like a wanted criminal. Like the cops will pull you over and give you a ticket for it. I usually honestly don't have too much trouble for it. In all my years of driving, I pretty much have never ran a front plate, and I've only gotten pulled over for it twice or 3 times maybe.
Yeah, there it is.
The reason for the stop is because you don't have a front plate on your car.
Yeah, it's a brand new car, so they had
your driver's license, insurance, and ownership.
Yes. Car, I just haven't drilled it in yet because I was gonna do like a TPF over the whole front of that car.
I'm just giving you 2 warnings today, okay? No tickets. So the first one's for not having your front plate on. I believe your story. It's a nice new car, so
yeah.
The other one's for having the cover on your rear license plate for obstructing the plate, okay? So when you get home, make sure you take that off.
Now, luckily, when I picked up my M2 from the dealership, it didn't have any holes drilled into the bumper. Like nothing was set up like that. I know it's standard for them to do that here, but I guess I got lucky and I was early enough to tell them, do not put a plate bracket in there. I don't want it. So that car is clean, that bumper is clean. This one, unfortunately, I think is gonna have 4 holes. So I hope this doesn't look worse with this off. Oh, okay, wait, no, I think it's just dirty. Boom, no front plate. Oh my God, yes, that is so much better. You can see my ugly protruding holes, but I still think it's like a 10-footer now, you know? The further back you get, the better it looks. From here, I'm not wearing my glasses, so I think it looks amazing. Yes, look at this, man. Oh my God, this car looks so much better already. For the first and only cosmetic mod being the coilovers, and now the front plate, the daily has been transformed. I gotta do some carbon stuff next though. Guys, I'm gonna be honest here. I really did plan and think that this was going to be a daily. I will say that before I bought the car, I had plans in my head and visions and whatever of doing a pretty big build on it and making it big turbo eventually and making it like a higher powered drag car, whatever, eventually. I did not think it would get to this point after a month or 3 weeks, whatever it is since we got this. I know a lot of people are like, what the heck, this is supposed to be a daily. I hope that people don't actually care or they're not actually mad at the fact that I'm modifying this car. I hope it's still fun and watchable. I mean, you guys know how it is. You get a daily, it's never really a daily. You wanna do something to it here and there, and then you find yourself at a point. I cannot wait to put this on, man. I did the Pure 800 on my M240. I enjoyed that car for like a week. This, I'm gonna have fun. Max just put a big turbo on his M2 competition. He's getting it dialed in right now. It's not gonna be enough for the B58. I'm here now with Ghost Automotive, the tuning specialist apparently for BMWs, because we're gonna be coding out. We're gonna try to do the EDC, but since we're here, we're gonna fix up my CarPlay because it only shows half the screen. I don't know why. I think it's like a first generation introduction of the CarPlay. I don't know why they wouldn't just like do it all the way across, but we're gonna try to connect the Bimmer code and get this thing looking right. Did you just come over here and say?
Can you get us full screen CarPlay?
Yeah, she hates it. She hates it more than I do. So right now, what, that active?
Yeah, so it was not active before. We're gonna go active.
Active.
Art, recording. Here, you open all the doors, brick it.
My hand on this. I have so much power right now.
Oh God, dude, please, don't, no, stop, no, please.
Don't open the door.
I will freaking do it. To the regular street. There.
Dude, what the?
Dude, what the heck is going on?
Wait.
I don't know what Owen did or what happened in the coding process, but we just keep getting this like half white screen, which I think is worse than what it was before. So I pulled up to Euro Advanced Tuning. He has a different tool, not ECS, what was it? Pro Tool. He basically got to reset it, so now it just shows that, which is what it was from factory. I'm just gonna stay with that for now because when he tried to flash it, the same thing happened. It was just going white. So he's gonna look into it and get back to me on what can be done about that. I don't know what the issue is, but on the brighter side of things, we can go back into sport mode. So that feels good, because now I can do this. We're back, baby. I might have forgot that we're lowered now, but it's okay, there's no damage, we're good, I checked. Unfortunately, I do have some bad news, which is that my tuner is not available to send the base file when I thought they were going to. It's looking like it's gonna be maybe a week. I don't wanna wait to upload this video another week, so I might have to end this video a little early with no turbo installed yet. I hope you'll please forgive me, because we still did a lot of other stuff. I know I said I was gonna make the daily not so daily by end of the video. It's less dailyable now, but turbo will be going on very soon. That is definitely going to be the next video, so make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss that. I'm gonna make this thing an animal. Also, I need to do a video with this car soon. This has been sitting in my garage for so long now, trying to get some stuff ironed out and make sure it's running right. I have to do a pretty big job on this coming up soon. I'll probably do a whole separate video on that for you guys, because summer is coming to an end and I have not driven this car as much as I wanted to. I really do love this thing, but it has been a giant headache. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.